our bins of clothes upstairs that are all labeled by age and that come down at that age. And so we're buying all kinds of new clothes all the time.
That's a good idea.
Because it's wasteful and the clothes are still good.
So unless it's Beckett now and we can't reuse stuff.
Yeah, I think we're going to run into the issue though. Beckett is so tall.
Right.
Like when he gets...
Oh, Everett's clothes are lasting so much longer because...
Yeah. Beckett's just hard on clothes too.
He's hard on them and he's fast. Like, he's already in a size 10.
Yeah.
He's
he's almost 5 foot tall.
No.
He's right here.
No.
Which I'll measure for you.
Shalom, Gordon.
Laura's 5'7".
Yeah, she's short. What's up, everybody?
Hey, Beckett, stand up so Mama can measure you.
Come here, Beckett.
So, first and foremost, hello, and shout out to Staff Sergeant BA over at SOS Step 1 Survival for apparently he shouted us out.
Sorry, I'm getting the baby.
Yeah, geez, what is this, a house or something?
53 inches tall.
53 inches?
Go
No.
get one.
Hayden's back. Wow.
What are you doing? I told you to leave.
I got my package. Also,
Howdy.
it's either 3 things you gotta do. You either hit the starter with a hammer or you pull out the jumper cables and jump it.
You might have a bald spot on the starter.
A ball swallow?
Yeah.
Did you?
Can you open this?
Anyway.
You give me back my jumper, or
Tina.
you got it?
No. I'm holding on to that thing for a little bit till I figure out what's going on.
Thanks,
What do you mean a ball swallow?
Google it.
Okay.
Thanks, Mommy. You're the
Google
best.
Google and Google it.
Google it.
And Google it. We just shot a video in your garden about pumpkins. Howdy.
My jungle.
Hey, Beckett, can you get this?
Your live streams keep lining up with bath time, Palmetto. Hi, Suze. Palmetto, you were already in the nude. Don't blame it on bath time. So.
And when you say bath, you mean the pond, right?
That's a mud puddle, sir. So what are we going to talk about? Show everybody your toy. Hello, all, and you as well. Hit the starter with a hammer and it works probably a bald gear. That's what I just told him, Daryl. That's what I just told him. But he's young. He's 20. He don't want to listen. Do it. I like your presentation.
Thank you.
What is this?
Bison case. This is actually, by the way, I
Yar.
really like the case a lot.
Okay.
It's got a pressure release. So if this is in your vehicle and it gets too much pressure, it'll release out the pressure so you don't bust your case.
Like a pelican case, but
And-
it's a bison case.
And it's got nice little push buttons versus the snap overs.
Hold on.
So push button
Right.
versus the snap over, which I really like too.
Right.
So
And so what you got was you went to the science fair and bought a telescope and put that on top of this rifle.
So Ruger American 6.5 Creedmore,
Yar.
threaded for a suppressor.
Right.
So
Threaded for a muzzle attachment.
yeah, so I can unscrew it and show you.
Yeah.
So it is threaded, but it is not a cheap purchase to go ahead and get one of those and get the tax stamp for it.
Yeah.
But it is ready to take one, which is good when I get to a place where I can spend the
When you feel like
$1,000 to
dropping a grand.
$1,300 to
Yep.
to get a suppressor. There's also a way that you can have them written into your will so they're passed down to your kids.
Yes, as
by
a
the
gun
way.
trust.
Yes.
Yep.
So, hint, hint, by the way, if you ever do something like that, you should do that. 12 by 56 Vortex 2, or Vortex Crossfire 2. It's called the Hog Hunter. Illuminated, 0 to 11 illumination on the dot.
Right.
So it's really good in low light level.
Right. Big old objective lens for gathering light.
Yep. The lens actually comes to here.
Right.
This is an extension,
A sunshade.
a sunshade
Indeed.
that goes on it as well. adjustable here to yardage. So this is 0 to 100.
Right.
But you could dial it to say 10 yards.
Right.
15, 20, 50, 100, 200, or just infinity, which is what I have it dropped at. You know, because then I can dial in any focus I want back here.
Right.
And then I've got my MOA adjustment back here.
And it's in MOA, not mils, right?
It's an MOA, yes.
Dude, don't you know that like all the super tactical guys shoot mil radians now? So it's so much easier. Whatever. Just pick one and stay with it.
If you got something that you shoot long range with, another thing I would recommend is there's an app called Strelok, S-T-R-E-L-O-K.
Okay.
It is a shooting app that basically you can, if you pay the one-time fee of $4.99 or whatever it is, you can actually load your reticle in,
Right.
put your ballistic information in it, and calculate different yardages and see what your adjustments are.
Right.
It's a kind of a pretty cool little app, and it was cheap. And there's a free version, and then there's a $4.99 one time, and you've got it for the rest of the time.
That's cool.
Came with a 3-round mag, which is great for hunting, because some states you have to have less than 5 or less than something in your magazine. It'd be less than capable even.
Yep.
But I went ahead and got a couple of 10-round mags, and they're interchangeable with 308.
Multi-cal.
Multi-cal. Yep. So interchangeable 308.
Is this loaded?
It is loaded.
It feels loaded. That's why I asked.
It is loaded.
These
So
are.
there's the Creedmore round.
This is the one that's specifically for vampires.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Hence why you see the cross that I've X'd in the tip.
Right there it is.
Right.
See that? You'll never have to do math on paper again until you don't have batteries.
Well, it's one of the things I'm going to do with this when I get up the range, because I just picked it up. But I will have a sheet of paper, and I will basically dial myself in through the different ranges of what my adjustments would be to hit that range.
Right.
And I'll have a paper copy that I can then laminate and keep with me for like a quick review, quick look.
There's another emergency.
Do they sell just the stock? I have a Ruger American Predator in 7.62.
I don't know. But
I have no idea. I bet you somebody does, because these are wildly popular rifles, which means there's going to be aftermarket support for them.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, just think of the Ruger 1022 I got when I was 6 years old.
Right.
There's all kinds of stocks out there for it now, and like both the boys, they've got the original wood stocks and their 1022s, and they'll keep those and the hard sights for a while until they even get to think about optics. So
Right.
I wouldn't imagine why there wouldn't be other stocks out there.
There's gotta be aftermarket support for these rifles. They're so popular. So
This guy sold 2 of these like the same day I bought this.
I was just shooting one of these a month ago with Harmony's uncle.
Yep.
So
The only thing I have left to do is get it out to shoot it. It's been laser bore sighted at 100, so I've got some small adjustments to do to it. But the only thing left I have to do is I need to feel what the trigger feels like firing around.
right.
With whether or not I'm going to get the trigger adjusted, because I would like it to be 1.5's a little light. That's where I shot my buddies at with 1.5. But maybe 2 pounds bring it down to, and I think I'll be set. I don't even know if I'm going to put I don't know if I'm going to put a strap on it or not. I don't think so.
Yeah.
The only thing I might do is get a bipod,
Right.
and then I'm set. But
Just hang the bipod off this
the optics are really clear. Like, it's a really clear picture. I mean, you saw it when you got here.
Vortex is great for the money. Really,
Yeah.
really good for the money.
Yeah.
That's I run a Vortex 2-7 on my recce rifle, my truck gun, and it's incredibly good for what I paid for it.
And I think this is the round I'm gonna land on. Okay,
Okay.
come on down. But it's a whitetail round. Hornady, American whitetail, 140.
140 grain?
Yep.
Oh, 129
Oh,
grain.
129, sorry.
There it is.
But I think this is what I'm going to land on because
Right.
my plans are that I'm going to be using this a lot more for hunting than anything else.
Right.
I mean, I plan to kill at least 2 deer at your place this fall. So,
Yeah.
and you want to use something soft nose because if you use full metal jacket, it's going straight through.
Right through, no
And
expansion.
you might as well go 15 miles to find where the deer finally ends up.
Yeah, I know. Hi, Lois, on Gordy's phone. And everybody else who's been commenting and talking. Again, especially if you guys are new here, apparently I got word just a few minutes ago that Staff Sergeant BA at Step 1 Survival has shouted us out. I don't know when or where or whatever, but thank you. Appreciate that. I noticed our numbers jumped a little bit, and I was like, something's up. So now we know.
But real happy. The only thing I'm going to do on this case, now that I got it pretty much separated, is I will probably draw the outline. And
Right.
what's nice about this bison case, which I really like, is it's not one thick layer. It's multiple layers.
Right.
And so I'll cut through the first layer
And
and inset this thing in.
It'll bed in there.
And I'll make some room over there that I can put boxes of ammunition down and other things as I want them. So, and same thing with the magazines. I'll inset the magazines down one level. So, really nice case. I paid $150 for it.
Not
The guy
bad.
gave me a deal. But at the same place I bought the rifle, but I really like the latches. Like
Yeah.
the latches,
Same place you got the rifle for your anniversary.
same place I got the
Oh
rifle for my
yeah, you might want to
anniversary.
tell that story about how you ended up with this rifle in the first place.
It wasn't my fault. No, it was not. You made me sit in car line. So on the way back, I'm like, let's just stop at the gun
Well,
store.
explain to people what car line is.
So car line is what you sit in while you wait for them to release your kids from school. And if you want to get your kids anytime soon, you leave like an hour before car
Yes.
line opens.
That's correct.
And then you sit in your car for the whole time. And then you watch people cut you off and cut the line off. And your blood pressure goes through the roof and you're ready to kill everybody.
Nobody cut us off.
This time,
That day.
yeah, that day. And so I was like, oh, swing by. And she drove by the store actually. I was like, oh, don't worry about it, just go home. She made the U-turn to go back. But don't let her fool you. She's got a pretty nice anniversary gift coming of her own, a brand new anniversary wedding band. So somebody got the better deal.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I like your anniversary ring that you got there, bro.
I like my anniversary
That's a
ring.
lovely anniversary ring.
I
that you
love
got.
the
I dig
anniversary
it.
ring that I got too.
I love it. Good evening, brothers. Just got home from Cozumel. Bruce, you have a very rough life. You really do.
Cozumel, Texas.
Yeah. Texaco. Let me adjust this now. You know what I was thinking? Remember back in the 70s when all those chicks had the flip, like the hair flared out? Like their hair did this? I'm going to start doing that with my beard.
Wasn't that like 60s though? That might have been 60s.
I don't know. You were around back then.
No, I wasn't. Shut up.
I just start doing that with the beard. Like get it all the way out here. So...
Coming soon. Essential oils in you. In the
Yeah.
SHTF scenario.
We were thinking about doing a video on that.
There
So
doesn't seem to be much content about that out there. So,
yeah,
and both of our wives are heavily involved in oils.
oh my
as are
gosh.
we. Me, I'm probably more so than you.
Show my wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Show. That's just.
Farrah Fawcett look for the beard. Yeah,
That's just one wall.
Yep.
So.
The face faucet. Yes, the face faucet. Yeah, so we'll probably do a video, and by we I mean make our wives do it.
I do a lot more, I think, than you do. Probably.
I just do whatever Harmony tells me to do with the oils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a bit more. I'm a bit more
Oily.
into it as far as like a lot of my supplements and everything that I'm taking over the counter supplement wise is all seed to seal.
Yeah.
I mean, I made that transition. I haven't taken prescription medicines in over 2 years. Like Though I probably need to take that antipsychotic one.
You know, I'm basically like trying to get back to the feral faucet.
That's good too.
I'm trying to get back to like baseline right now, because you know, no fake snuff, no alcohol, other than tactical beard bun in competition. Yeah, so none of that at the moment, right? And although my caffeine consumption has been bad lately. Yeah. Have to run, Squid and Barry. Roger that, brother. Appreciate you, man. Y'all have a good one. Good luck with those 3 kids in Taekwondo. Buy pool noodles and wrap everything you own in duct tape and pool noodles, and it'll probably survive. So
and stretch wrap.
Stretch wrap, yeah, that too. Moving blankets. That's fabulous bun. I don't know. You know, the Millennial Man, he's a cool guy in person. He talks a lot more on video than he does in person. Rocco, your hair's out of regulation. Sit down. Stop talking. Be quiet. Just kidding. We like you. How did today go? PR. Today, you know, we could talk about that a little bit. Today we had some of our Patreon people know the vague outline of what's going on as far as transitioning from Texas to Oklahoma. So today was good. Kind of, you know, we talked with the
surreal a bit.
Surreal, yeah, it's kind of surreal. Talked with the owner of the company where I work about transitioning away from the position that I'm in, and you know, it's something that you all should probably think about. A teachable moment is, what are your key man issues? Where do you have an exposure that if somebody was to leave right now,
I'm about to shut it off.
could you get through? And you know, that's what I told the owner in large part was, you know, I don't particularly want to leave, but I have to. And as a result of that, you know, you guys have a key man issue. You need to find somebody to replace me with. What's the difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut? Whatever I say it is.
Hair.
A good haircut is short on top and long down here. A bad haircut is the opposite for a man. For a woman, Bear, did y'all ever check out the Naval College Study, brother? I know it didn't. Yes, but I truly don't remember. I don't remember that.
I'm gonna try.
Like, I know I saw it, but a lot has happened since then, so I apologize, Daryl. I looked at it, but I don't remember. So anyway, I think Mike is out of ranks.
I've let it grow out a little bit.
Yeah, you're almost a quarter inch. I should probably do something
it's
about
over
that.
a quarter inch.
So anyway, yeah, today was kind of surreal. My wife told me, she said, hey, anytime you and Squid need a play date so that you can shoot content. I was like, really? Like, she didn't say play date, but she basically said play date. So, but yeah, we're gonna keep doing this and figure out how to keep doing this, and and work is work, man. I don't know what's gonna happen with work, but I'm not terribly concerned about it. So yeah. So whoever asked that question, I appreciate you. And if you're like, what are you talking about, T? That doesn't make any sense. Go over to Patreon and you'll get more details there. So I don't have an MOS, dude. I get asked that all the time. I was not military. I just did work alongside the military, and I know a lot of military people. And hoping Squid comes to Sukkot. Maybe.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Just guilt him into it, Lois. No, I wanted to join the Marine Corps.
It's hard for me to show I care because I don't.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to join the Marine Corps. I was medically disqualified because I had broken my sternal plate, and I have a video on this. I don't even remember what it's called. Yeah, I act like it because of guys like you and lots of other guys like you, and Most of my family's military, and most of my friends are military, and some of the work that I've done has been alongside, hand in hand with military guys. So there you go. Mead and challah bread. Yeah, I am going to. I was been thinking about this because the whole like not drinking alcohol thing for me lately has been. Much respect to you as well, brother. The whole drinking alcohol thing has been like, it shouldn't be as difficult as it is. Palmetto, you're blowing my cover, man. It shouldn't be as difficult as it is for me to not have a beer in my hand right now. So that's indicative of a problem. So then the next thing I did from there was say, okay, what do the scriptures say about this? Drinking is okay. Drunkenness is bad. But there's a feast coming up. There's a festival coming up, and one of the things that it says is we're supposed to have an adult beverage and be joyous and merry and give thanks during Sukkot. So I pretty much made up my mind that come Sukkot, yeah, there's going to be mead there. I think Brother Rogers, hi, you Ken Fannin, strong drink, exactly. So there will be mead there. Brother Gordy's bringing mead. Brother Rogers bringing moonshine. Harmony's brewing muscadine wine and blackberry wine right now. So
You should take, if I don't go, you should take one of those quarts.
you might need that in case the world ends.
I'll make more. I got a whole bin of, or I got a whole fermenter full that I got to process already.
Yes, Sukkot, the Feast of Tabernacles. You can look up the Feast of Tabernacles or go back channel here. Look up Sukkot, Sukkot. And yeah, the first miracle that the Messiah did was turning water into wine. So changed our mind. We will be there. Good. That's awesome. Ship some to Florida. Patriot CB wants you to send some truck fuel to Florida.
I can do that. This smells really good.
Yeah, it does.
This smells really good.
Hey, Palmetto, I can tell you for a fact that less than a week ago, I tried some of Sister Kate's blackberry and muscadine wine, and it is good stuff, man. Very good stuff. So, although I don't know if our paths are going to cross for Sukkot between the Shofarians proper and us, but we may take a day trip up there. I don't think they're going to take a day trip down to where we are. So, and Gordy is texting me right now. What are you sending me, brother? That is awesome. Look at that.
That's cool.
Look, everybody. Hey, man, you're about to be famous. See that? Sukkot 2018 hibiscus mead. Gordy can brew some stuff, man. Really good stuff. So, all right. Well, we talked about Sukkot for a while. We talked about how not drinking shouldn't be as hard as it is for me. So that's why I had to put the brakes on that. We talked about, what else did we talk about? We talked about work. We talked about your rifle. Guns. Pumpkins. A little bit. Pumpkins.
That was earlier.
Yeah.
And my jungle of a garden that I've got to get into this weekend and get stuff ripped out and prepped and planted and yeah.
It's a video.
Throwing Chris Tonto and his group under the bus. I have no idea.
I didn't hear about it. Is that just recently?
I guess. Do the Shofarians every time? I don't know. Hey, have you heard anything about this National Preparedness Month thing?
Yeah.
I haven't, so fill me in.
I have. So September was declared National Preparedness Month by executive order, reminding people that they should, have enough supplies to keep, like, to be able to last before people could be there to help you. And hey, that's our lifestyles. We don't need help. We're gonna be fine.
Right.
But BO.
Oh, don't worry. That's different. A whole different conversation. Keep going.
But it was declared an executive order. And there's a lot of people who look at like October surprise, you know, September something. I think there's a saying that goes with that too. But I don't know. I just think it's interesting. I mean,
Well,
I think the timing is interesting, but I think it's also a signal to people that the government cannot handle a large-scale emergency.
FEMA's been saying that.
Yeah.
I mean, not like they're not buying time on Fox and CNN and saying, hey, by the way, guys, we can't, you know, by the way, we have issues. But they're like straight up being like, hey, man, we don't have the budget for this,
Yeah.
you know. So
to me, it's not 3 days. It's a couple weeks at least.
Flying baby. National Preparedness Month has been in September for at least 4 years. See, that's why, Tina, thank you for being here. So, maybe, but I didn't know that. Willie, seems like Russia did something similar.
Nice.
Willie Kazoo, what's up, brother?
Nice burp.
Savage Access, what scope is on yours? It's the, good burp.
That's going with mine?
Yeah, it's the Vortex
Crossfire 2,
Hog Hunter.
Hog Hunter,
Yeah.
2x12 to 56.
Yep. All right. So somebody asked what the APN is. It's the Arkansas Preparedness Network. You can go. They have a channel here on YouTube. You can go just look them up, or you can go to Facebook and look for the Arkansas Preparedness Network. And there's 430-ish people on there right now. They do real stuff. They get together regularly. They have meet and greets and are working on building out mags. And there's big stuff nationally coming. And they're just a group of good, kind-hearted people that legitimately try and help people.
Ground floor of what can be big.
Yes. So just stumbled upon your channel, have been digging it, been watching PJF for a while, and yada, yada, yada. You're welcome, Lady Lois. Jay Benghazi Jeffries, Alabama, blah, 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 blah. Raised up in the Ozarks. Welcome, brother. Did I see your email, Ken? Yes. Did you see mine? Unless you sent me another one. So, but we're going to keep that on the email channel, not on the live stream YouTube channel. Do either of you have thoughts about gathering info on like-minded people as certain government officials? Dude, of course they have lists of us. Yes, everybody's on the list. If you're, you know, there's that old meme, if you're not already on a list, you should be ashamed of yourself. One of the things that we've talked about, and we actually need
medical knee braces.
Medical knee braces. Oh my gosh. We actually need to finish our target work up on Boom Kitty to prove that. But one of the things we've talked about here is that we're past the point of people. There is no OPSEC anymore. It's all deception at this point, and then more than that, I think it's presenting a hard target.
Well, I would relate it back to this. So, I mean, I remember back in the 90s when I was doing some FTXs with the Army, and some of the lanes that they had laid out, you know, they're taught, they're marching in a line to objective, and then they storm the, assault the objective. And, you know, the small team that I was with, we actually took a creek bed, walking in creek water, and you got to know how to walk in it.
Yep.
With your toe down step, and you don't make the bloop bloop noise. Mm-hmm. We went all the way around the back end of the objective, but it was the hard way to go.
Yep.
And surprised them every single lane by taking the hard road.
Yep.
And so that's what I think that's where we're at with deception, and I think that's where we're at with making you an inconvenient target.
Mm-hmm.
That it's not worth them going after.
Hey, Dad.
So lots of questions coming by.
He is cute, huh?
People turning into go bag people. No, Tia, I did not see that.
Was it?
A USA Today article about people turning into go bag people because of all the bad things going on lately. The miracle of technology. SOS is chatting live right now on Patreon. No wonder he had to go. Let's see. Is it USA Today, Tia? We'll find out. The Google machine knows. Yeah, I have mine with me all the time. Like, that's kind of the idea about it, is to just...
And my concept is bug out truck.
Yes. Yep.
You know, so a little bit different. Everything's unloaded in there, but it's ready if I need to load it.
It must be the time of the show where this happens.
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
Exactly.
That's very... Look.
I'm like very threatening to you.
Yeah, you look very intense. What did I do to you lately?
Now I know
What?
where bean mugging comes from.
Yeah, look at that.
By the way, I found another bean mug, but it was from when he was little.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you.
He's got the best mean mug.
Protect
Like, literally.
August 29th, 2018. List of items that need to be in a quart-sized bag for travel. USA Today. No. What's happening with this thing? I don't know. Oh, we done. There it is. Hey, yeah. You ready? How about now?
I'm gonna be on camera.
Are you ready?
Why?
No.
You can put me
You
on.
got really nervous there for a minute. I was just messing with you. You don't have to. OPSEC, bro.
People don't need to see me.
That would be a good channel name. The OPSEC Mom.
It's just a blackened screen.
Just get one of those Guy Fawkes masks.
I can be the anonymity.
Anonymity.
I'm the guy next door, Wilson. Nobody needs to know what I look like.
Wilson was...
You were QAnon. We just solved it. Who's QAnon?
Who's that? What is that?
Your
mean?
wife is QAnon?
What does that even mean?
Oh, I don't. I'm looking at this USA Today article, and it's probably the wrong one, but I'm not getting much here. Hurricane Irma.
If you can, send the link.
Yeah.
So that way we can get straight to the right one.
Text it to me right now. You got my phone number, my new one, my work phone. So, okay.
Here's a mean mug from the NICU.
Oh yeah, that was a mean mug.
Look at that. That just runs right in the family.
I don't know.
Wow.
What?
Chill, buddy.
What?
OPSEC, baby.
You hear him laughing? He's right there.
Hi. Dad, wow. It's bright over here. You guys are great.
We went to dinner.
Shalom,
Whoa. That's the worst mean mug yet.
Whoa, it kind of looks like Golem.
He was only, he was like 3 weeks old.
All right, so now we need a baby-sized ballistic helmet. Squid. Sent it. Roger that, ma'am. Shalom, William. Any word out that way about Yellowstone? No, man. I haven't heard anything.
I've seen some stuff on it. I mean, yes, it's common knowledge that it's over 700,000 years.
It's due.
It's due.
Yeah.
It's, but I mean, to me that doesn't mean a whole lot because just because the historical record or the core samples taken show.
Right.
You don't know if there's any other external factors that were going on at the time that helped it. So, I mean, again, it's kind of like prepping. Don't stop going on vacations. Don't stop your life.
Yeah.
Continue to live your life. Do not live in fear of what might happen tomorrow.
It's the two-pronged approach. SHTF plan, retirement plan.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be both, and you can't be overly concerned with your retirement plan without, what do we do in an emergency, and you can't be overly concerned with what do we do in an emergency. Later, y'all. Softball practice. You have fun. Extremely right-wing Mexican in California. I think that's what it said.
No way.
Yes, that's his name. Extremely right-wing Mexican in California.
I love it.
We have some of the best people following.
I love it.
Exactly, Willie. It's not like you're gonna stop it, right? So, like for example, you got to get out there and ride your bike and clear your head and have a good time and meet good people, right? But you also, as you're meeting these good people, in the back of your mind, need to have a plan on how you're going to kill them if you need to and get out of there. Right?
Yep.
So,
Born today.
throwing rocks, Nash.
Oh, cool.
Steamboat,
My friend,
okay.
One of my friends adopted.
Nice.
Thank you, Michael. You know, hey, and the likes, I don't know how the likes work on a video as far as like, I know when people thumbs stuff up that it helps the algorithm, but I don't particularly know how it helps the algorithm. And the algorithm apparently
It's like Facebook.
Yeah, but it's pretty fluid. Like YouTube decides almost like when something goes viral, like it starts trending, they're like, oh, this is cool, we'll bump that. And with my trusty Spork, he's a Spork ninja. I've met him.
Love a Spork.
Gold or silver, how much and what size? Can I go first?
Go first.
Okay. If everybody in your family, everybody in your household, and everybody who's coming to your house has a year's worth of food, and if you have a shotgun, a pistol, and a rifle, and ammo to feed them, and if your sanitation is squared away, and if you have water storage and water filtration, water treatment, and if you've done all of those things, then yeah, you could think about gold and silver and how much. I would say, for me, no more than 10% of what my prepping budget is, because I would much rather have more food or more ammunition or more long-handled tools or seeds or whatever than some silver to trade with somebody. Not that I don't think it has value, but anyway, we were going to give you our 2 cents, but it would have been less than $1. I think that it's good to have gold and silver, but I don't think that it's good to hang your hat on gold and silver, because money exists to ease the flow of goods and services. And if a basic barter and trade economy comes back after SHTF, yeah, I just saw tobacco right there. Conroe, Texas, what's up, brother? Exactly. Tobacco and alcohol. Dude, tobacco, alcohol, food, ammo, and there's a lot of debate over whether or not you barter with ammo. It would suck to dig an outhouse with a gold coin. Exactly. I see precious metals as a wealth protection vehicle during uncertain times, not as something that I want to barter with during uncertain times. So that's my take on it.
I'm close to where you're at, except I don't care about it if it comes to SHTF. I don't need it for that.
Right.
I don't want it for that. I would much rather have more of the staple things that I have,
right,
than have that. I have a ton of old coins that are like old quarters, old nickels, old dimes. That was my dad's collection when he was growing up. So I have some of that, but it's not anything I went out and purchased to be a prep for trade, because
canning jars and lids.
Yeah.
Amen. Salt. Exactly.
Yep.
Tia's mom is finally on a live stream. Hi, ma'am. Are you Banshee? You can use silver to make colloidal silver. You can. I don't know how to do that, but that's a good point. Do you know how to do that?
I've seen stuff on it, but it's just it's
not hard, but it's not easy.
It's not hard, but it's not easy.
I think there's other medicinal things that I would do instead. You know, as far as medicinal herbs. I have seeds for medicinal herb gardens that I stock away.
And if you're crazy like me, we have 2 drawers full of oils.
Yeah. Well,
267,000 oils.
Right. Yeah.
So
you have gold and silver. It's just all liquid.
Yeah.
But that's part of what Harmony was saying yesterday in a video was, it's not just having stuff, but it's also knowing what you have and where it is. And what she was talking about was in regard to our property and inventorying just what's on the property.
Yeah.
Like, because we have a lot of stuff that's growing right there on the property. Hi, Mom. Fancy 518, good to see you. I'm glad you're here. And as I've said before, your kids love you and they're proud of you for getting into this preparedness thing and doing what you're doing. So
I think that's the thing for me there too, that last comment, like easy to mess up.
Yep.
I try to make everything that I do simple.
Yeah.
Simplistic, right? Because simple is easy, hard is not, or complex is not. And so, you know, everything you should do should be simplistic. And I don't know, in my life, every time that I've made things simple, it's gone better.
Yeah, absolutely.
And look at this guy walking.
But he's like stomping.
He's taking steps. Look at this thing.
You gotta hold him. I can't.
I've received a box of over 100 cheap knockoff Swiss Army knives. You are covered. You can survive everything.
Look at this. He's moving his legs.
Oh! Boom!
You're 11 weeks old. You shouldn't be knowing how to walk yet.
Boom! 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 For guys who have gear that don't use it. Yeah, exactly. We talk about that all the time, too.
You know, but yeah, for me, gold and silver, it's just not an option for that scenario. I would rather have way much, and I'm not going to trade you for gold and silver.
Yeah, that's a great point.
I'm not going to trade you. I don't want it. It's junk.
Yeah,
it's a paperweight.
If you showed up at my homestead and you're like, I have these silver coins, I'd be like, that's cool. And you're like, I want to trade you for cash. We're going to come back to cash in a minute because I have a theory on that. And I have a video on that theory. But if you showed up and you're like, I want to trade you some of this silver for some food, you know what my answer is going to be? Do you know which end of a shovel to hold?
Yeah.
Because you need to get out here and dig a latrine, or we need to go pick, you know, whatever. Or
I will trade you food.
Right.
Just not for that.
You're going to work for your dinner. I'm not taking your silver because I'm much more into community as far as everybody works, everybody eats, than I am in the restoring of some kind of localized economy. So we barter and trade now. Mm-hmm. So it's not like, oh, well, there'll be a barter and trade economy. Sure. So, all right, let's go back to cash. I'm a big fan of having cash on your person, and you were just talking about how you almost never have it on you. Mm-hmm. But I think a little bit of cash solves a lot of problems in the short term, in the micro. And so if something was to happen right now, let's say the grid goes down, right? And we realize pretty quick, okay, this is not a localized event. The grid is down. All right, I'm in Texas. I need to make my way home. Now, I never let my truck get empty, and I always have fuel with me. But if I had to stop and get fuel, I may be able to use cash to pay, you know, and it might be $5 a gallon with cash.
Right.
But, hey, I got some fuel, I'm on my way, right? So it might be able to get me out of a jam.
My problem is that, like, I'll have cash in my wallet, and then I'll go to church, and there'll be a clothe the child for school,
the child thing, yeah.
And I'll take everything out of my wallet and throw it in the thing.
Right, right.
I had plenty of cash yesterday, and now I have none.
Right.
But it's like I hear that, and I'm like, yeah, I got to throw this in there. I can hear that I'm being told to throw this in there. Like, and that's my problem most of the time. Okay, you gotta use the toggle to go up, buddy.
What toggle?
My Bad 20 video by Jack Clemens. Okay. Cards may be no good during SATF.
Now push up.
Exactly.
Hit A.
Go play video games with your sons. So, my theory is with cash is that it could allow you to get out of a situation. Go pee, man. It could allow you to get out of a situation, and it might not. And I've heard the argument as well that you're probably better off. Well, you could just spend that money now on rice and beans or ammo or whatever, or animals. You know, a lot of you guys too. We'll come back around to this. You could spend that money on preps now and not have to, you know, have it tied up for a what if SHTF happens. Yeah, I get that. But for a guy like me that moves around a lot, that's probably not going to be home when an event goes down, I like the liquidity of cash that gets me from where I am to where I need to be. Actually what Palmetto is saying right now is very Old Testament. So if anybody is curious about that, go read that. So then next, what were we going to talk about? That's serious. My bad. 20. Cash not good during an event.
I would disagree.
What are you going to disagree about?
Cash would be good for a few days.
Yeah.
Until people realize things. I wasn't disagreeing with you, but you read a comment that said in an event cash wouldn't be any good.
Right.
The first few days until people realize that it's actually an event.
Yeah. I think
that's where you throw it down and you buy what you can buy.
Exactly. I think you spend 72 hours. BS, cash is no good. Well, Jim, hey man.
I believe it's fiat currency.
It's nothing. It's green paper that the government says we have to use to buy, sell, and trade.
But opportunists
exactly
will take that cash in the beginning, thinking that they're jumping on and making a quick buck.
Exactly.
Not realizing that it's a real event.
Oh, that's the other thing I was going to say.
I was looking for breathe again.
Breathe again. That's what I was going to say. A lot of you guys make the comment all the time, rice and beans, rice and beans, rice and beans. Yes, it's cheap right now until, the freaking world ends or the sun diminishes by 1/3 or whatever, right? So, yeah, it's cheap right now. But I think, in my mind frame right now, one of the distinct advantages of homesteading is that I produce protein on my property regularly. And like that rifle in your case over there, I can walk out in the woods and bam, I've got some more, at least right now, before there's increased pressure on the animal population. Livestock, exactly, eggs. Sorry I'm late, total rehash, please. No. We like you a lot, but no. It smells so good. But what do you guys think about the Islamic training camps? That's good stuff. Your hand, now they
saw my skin.
The NSA and the NRO just zoomed in on your fingertips, and now they have your prints.
That question that was on there, it's nothing new.
Yeah.
This isn't.
You're not on there.
Oh.
You want to be on there?
This isn't.
Oh no.
The Islamic training camps being in here. Look it up. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
Primping?
Yeah, primping. Yeah.
Primping what?
He puts product in his beard. He doesn't want anybody to know.
I use cedar in my beard. It smells really good.
When would you use a plate carrier versus an H-harness setup? Good question. I'm going to come back to that one. Go ahead with the Islamic training camp.
Oh, this is nothing new. Believe me. Like, this stuff it's been around, it's been around for a long, long time.
Yep. I remember my dad yelling about this a decade ago.
Yeah, just Google, and this is not racial profiling, but Google mosques and minarets.
Yep.
And just see if you can pull up a map that shows them in your town.
Yep.
You'll be shocked to find.
Yeah. There's one south of here over by the Costco every time.
By Frisco, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, every time I'm there, I'm like, why is this thing still here? But would they be a serious threat in SH Islamic camps? Would they be a serious threat? Maybe. Potentially. I'd say localized, regionalized.
Yeah.
Not
organized.
Yeah, I don't know about on a national level, but sorry I am late. I am sorry you are too, John. I really am.
But you can see the stories, of not being allowed, law enforcement not being allowed to go onto the property, and they have acres and acres and acres and acres. The stories are out there all over the place. So, but I don't think it's just that. It's, it's cartel footprints.
Yep.
If you don't believe it, they're probably in every major city.
Absolutely.
In the country. So, again, it's almost like apples and oranges. There's all kinds of different threats. But again, I go back to, I am not so concerned about that as I am concerned about a father watching his kids starve to death.
Yeah.
To me, that's the bottom line. Like that's the person I'm scared of because I don't know what they're capable of.
Yeah.
It's an unknown.
Exactly. Their intentions. You know what their intentions are, but where are they going to go to?
Ooh, can you black your camera out?
Can I black my camera out? Why?
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Black your camera out. We'll walk through the house.
Where are we going to go?
That room of mine.
That room?
The
I'll do a super ultra close up. How's that?
Okay.
While we're walking.
All right.
Okay.
Super ultra close up.
Super ultra close up. And during the super ultra close up, what we're going to talk about is plate carrier versus chest rig or H harness. What would I do and when? Obviously, a plate carrier is for when you think you're going to be taking rounds, when you have a reasonable expectation of taking rounds. So you're going to want armor for that, right? Or you may or may not, but that at least makes sense to have armor. I'm not running around with a plate carrier on just to, like, you know, go play house, okay? Manliness, I'm swooning. You show? You show?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so this is my main storage, and to show you guys that this isn't BS, we're not just talking about stuff that we're not doing. I mean, this is stacks and stacks. There's 35 plus 5-gallon pails, lots of activated charcoal that I keep, fruits, veggies, pastas, freeze dried, lots of rice, lots of sugar, lots of seasonings, glow sticks.
For all those raves that you throw in this closet?
All those raves. Here's something that maybe you're not thinking about.
Catheter kits.
Catheters.
Yep.
Instacure number 2. Instacure number 1. Another Instacure number 2. And there's a jug of dextrose in here as well. All for food preservation. Tons of medical, you know, lots of pasta, and all this is like rotated through, right? So when we get a new thing of pasta, I pull the bottom one out, and you know, the other one was up, but years.
Right.
This is 8 years of doing this. This was not done all at once. It was over a significant period of time. You know, so I like putting these away, and I actually just heard about
The adapter?
the adapter.
Yep.
So I want to look into that adapter because these are great because it's just the weight, right?
Yep. Actually, we had feedback from one of our viewers about the adapter that basically said it rocks. It's worth
Really?
every penny.
Cool.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, all the freeze-dried proteins, you know, veggies across the top as well. You know, all of this stuff is there to not only keep us afloat, but to also help others that I'm going to help bring together to provide a protective unit for where I live.
I think you're being paged to the baby.
I just was wondering if you could hold him while I
Baby
finish off showers.
Page.
I just have to finish off showers.
Finish
Absolutely.
off the shower. The adapter is good to have. Freezes Funnyville. Yes, use the adapter. Works great. Gets
You know,
cold. Roger.
ooh, nice fart.
Ooh, hey, nice rocking chair.
You know, lots of medical stuff. I got tons of medical stuff as well. And then this is just this area here.
Yes.
I have another area that's non-perishables. That's I have a couple hundred rolls of toilet paper.
Mm-hmm. Looks like you're making refugee kits down there.
I got the wife and the boys' new bags, and so
Right.
I am slapping together some kits. They're not quite there yet, but I started working on them yesterday.
So, I'm getting 10-7. Keep it up, Roger.
Hey!
Oh
hey,
no!
Hey.
The baby does baby.
All right, extreme close up.
Stream close up. Here we go. Back to the notes here. All right. So anyway, again, armor versus no armor. If let's say I'm bugging out from Texas to Oklahoma, I'm not taking a plate carrier. I have a plate carrier on either end and honestly, mostly on the Texas end. there's much more population here, and I'm much more worried about it here than I am there. I don't want to have to engage anybody, and I don't want to be engaged. But the likelihood is honestly higher here than it is in Oklahoma.
Well, and I need new plates because, so to answer the question, I keep soft plates in mine right now from a weight perspective. And,
Right there, bud.
okay, buddy. Mom, Squid.
Engaged sucks, Roger.
I keep soft plates in right now in a not like disaster scenario, just from a weight perspective. But my soft plates now went into my boys' backpacks for school. So I need a new pair of soft plates, but I've got my hard plates for now.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where I lie at, like in a not SHTF situation. I think I can get away with the 3A soft plates that I have because most of what I might end up going against is going to be handgun fire.
Yeah.
You know, if it is handgun fire, I should be all right. You know, big things with plates. There's a lot of plate companies out there right now. You know, AR 500 I think does a pretty good job. You know, one of the things with their older plates though is they were just the metal plate.
Yeah, no spall cutting.
Yeah,
coating.
and so you know, but I mean you get a pair of those pretty cheap, and personally I think you could take some thick foam and duct tape it to the plate.
Yeah.
You know, but the other side of it too is that like you take a round into a mag because you got your mag punches up front. Mm-hmm. You could get sprayed that way too. So
yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a RMA level 4 ceramic 99 right now. I don't know, man. Maybe. I don't know that company. Concealable, worn everywhere, beats heavies. You win. You know you need it. Do you ever know when you need plates? Yeah.
Die mosquito.
When do you need plates? When somebody's shooting at you and there's no cover, you need plates.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. I think actually law enforcement is now figuring this out, but you know, it was hard I think in the past for law enforcement to think past their sidearm as being a primary weapon, which it's not a primary weapon.
Yeah.
I think with recent events they now realize that their sidearm is not a primary weapon. If you get into a gunfight with a sidearm, it's a bad day.
Yep. Pistol exists for 2 reasons: to fight your way back to the long gun you should have had in the first place, or barring concealment, or because your long gun goes down and it's faster to, rather than reload or do fix a jam, you can transition. I was Leo for 26 years.
Thanks, brother.
Appreciate you. Shalom, Ben Jordan. Hey, honey. Hi, baby. How are you? Where did you get internets from? Very close quarters, also, TJ. Yeah. So you know the thing with plates is, and I've said this in the plate carrier video that I did a while ago. My thing with plates is, it's here. Is mostly what it's doing for me is here. It's a confidence thing. And the thing with confidence is being overconfident will get you killed. So I'm not going to recommend one way or the other. I'll tell you this, for bugging out, I'm a chest rig guy. All day, every day. If I had to work a checkpoint, I think I'd rather have my plate carrier on. So, and I have both, and they both flex into different roles, but predominantly I'm a chest rig guy. But the plate carrier, if we have to go into direct action, or we know the threat level is high, plate carrier it is. Lighter and can move faster when bugging out. Exactly. Because my chest rig, with a blowout kit, a boo-boo kit, a sustainment pouch, 6 mags, a 3-liter hydration bladder, a fixed blade knife, and a multi-tool on it, is like 13 pounds. All right? My plate carrier with hard plates in it is like 13 pounds. So
I'm putting them to bed. I'll be right back.
Okay.
it's about that time, eh?
Yeah, they're going.
Time, eh? I got a loud voice, eh? You know, makes it pretty loud for the little peoples to fall asleep. You know what I mean?
Sound machine's for.
I am the sound machine. That's what they used to call me when I worked the second stage over there at the meat locker on Tuesdays.
No, in the backup stage.
But you're such a big guy. Grunt to long range surveillance. I had to change my mindset. Totally changed thinking about direct action. Yeah, Roger that, man.
Yeah.
Helmets. 50 pounds and 100 miles sucks for a guy that isn't doing it regularly. That's correct, Jay Johnson. Also, good to see you, brother. I'll tell you what, 30 pounds and 100 miles and when you're not used to doing it or not doing it regularly sucks. And that's why a lot of times, oh, is my honey leaving? Baby, don't leave me. Where you going? Just wanted to pop in. Got to get the baby down. Bye, honey.
That's a poop.
No, don't go poop. Yeah, if you get hit with a 338 Lapua, you're done regardless. So, bye, honey. I love you. Yeah, you gotta have a groin plate. Yeah, I would I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You know, you get into I know that's a joke, right? But you get into the gotta haves, must haves. You know what you really need? You need a Bic lighter, a good knife, and an agile mind. That's what you really need.
Yep.
The rest of it,
Creativity. Don't worry.
Okay.
Relax.
chillax.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You're okay. Crying is okay. It's not a big deal.
Shall we tie the
It's not a
bow?
big deal.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
I don't know. Hey, Jay Johns, 30 pounds for new backpackers and hikers.
You brought up something about
Agreed.
plates. Right. Oh, yeah. I think that's a great way to like segment how you're prepping. Have to have, nice to have.
Yeah, exactly.
And you should create your list based on have to have and nice to have. And when you have, economically, when you can, you go to the nice to have stuff.
Yep.
But you've got to be focused on the have to have. So have you really looked at everything you're doing from a have to have to a nice to have?
Wants and needs. That's exactly right. My dad told me that when I was a kid. He said, make a list of everything you want and everything you need, and you don't get anything off the list of what you want until you've taken care of all of your needs.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was wise. It's one of the reasons we have like no debt right now.
Right.
Is Hobie here? Hey, Hobie. I made it. What's up, brother Hobie? And I was also talking about this in a recent video. I don't know if I posted it or not yet. About the possibility versus probability. There's 100% chance that I'm gonna need to eat food and poop tomorrow.
Right.
100% chance. There's a pretty low chance that I have to shoot somebody tomorrow or get shot at.
That's one of the reasons why I have like 200 rolls of toilet paper.
Right.
It's like, that's one thing. I'm like, man, like, if it goes down, I want to be able to wipe my butt.
Right. It's the little things in life.
It's the little things.
So the probability possibility thing and then arranging things. Hey, homie. What's up, Carl? The gear you appreciate most is the stuff you use regularly. You know, the number 1, number 2, and number 3 things that I dive into and out of my rucksack for?
Super glue?
Well, when I'm around you, super glue. Headlamp.
Yep.
Toothbrush. Water. That's it. Carry a baby with a plate carrier on. Totally legit question. Haven't figured out a good way to go about it. No, I don't know a good answer to that, Tia.
I think it's got to be a backpack carrier.
Yeah.
Because the threats you're going to face are going to be from in front. So at least you're protecting from the plates front and back to the back. So I think if you had to move with a baby, it's got to be a backpack carrier.
Yeah, and we are predators. That's why our eyes are in the front of our head. So we orient towards things this way. We look at things, right? And so it's our natural inclination when there's a threat, we face into it. You know what I mean? We look at it, we face into it, and you don't want James McAdams, that guy, again? Again? Jeez, man. No, what's up, brother? You don't want your child in between you and a threat. And I get from like a functionality standpoint, I mean, look, where's Elijah right now?
Yeah.
Because that's much easier. But use book bag, that's correct. All right, man, we're going to put a bow on this thing. You got to do bedtime stuff. I got to do bedtime stuff. I want that shirt. What, the body bag shirt that you can get at kungfutaxidermy.com for $25? You can get a legitimate t-shirt with the Squid logo on it. And then in the back it says hashtag body bag. And then when somebody's annoying you at work, you can just turn around and point at the, you can go like this. Be like, that's you. That's you. You get a body bag. Thank you, Patriot. So, yeah, y'all have 3 days. Hey, the baby and Squid have the same haircut.
Close of business Friday, isn't it? Is that the
I don't
14th?
know. You handle that stuff.
14th, whatever day that is. I think
It's the
that's Friday.
14th. Getting it Friday. Roger that.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Order will go in Saturday morning.
Cool. So it's end of day Friday. Hey, appreciate you, Tactical Tonto. Sending my neighbor's dog to Kung Fu Taxidermy. Please do. Please. I want
We'll
that
figure
box in the
something
mail.
out. We'll figure something out.
Butt wipes and bullets. All right, y'all. We love you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you for bearing with the sober version of Monday Funday.
It's not much different.
No, it was not much different. We're both a little smoked too. It was kind of a day.
It was.
So. All right.
A little emotional, little.
Hi, Keith. Yeah, it'll be okay.
It'll be fine.
It is going to be better than fine. Shalom, y'all. We appreciate you, men and women. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Good night.